just wanted to say a few words about like the summer program and why we're running the summer program, and then summer program people like with the West Virginia Youth Action League are all going to like be sticking around after we break from this circle, and then like we're going to have a pretty brief meeting. But one of the reasons why we've come together like for this summer program, and again, Danny showed us, I live in Charleston, is because as you drive around, as John David mentioned, we've had a history in this state of out-of-state corporations and people from New York, Richmond, wherever, owning the minerals to the land, mining the coal, strip mining the forests, you know, getting the gas, building housing developments in other parts of the state, and like in every one of those instances, shipping the wealth and the funds like out of state, so it, you know, provides jobs, which is good, but at a pretty good cost of like workers not getting the full amount that workers should be earning, and like out-of-state companies not having to live here and dealing with the consequences of whether it's you know, you know, strip logging a forest, or you know, blowing up a mountain to get a coal. So you know, out-of-state corporations have, you know, been able to make off with a good amount of the state's wealth. So we've come together, and because our politicians have been largely a part of that, and they're not listening to us calling for clean energy, and they're not listening to us largely calling for green jobs, and they're not listening to us calling for you know, responsible investment in our state, and especially in the coal fields where these jobs are needed the most. You know, you know, we've come together to just like do it ourselves, pretty much, as young people, to help to work in community gardens. You know, like we know how to, you know, come together as communities. We know how to plant. We know how to grow. We know, or we're going to learn, for those of us who don't know, because I want to learn. And we know how to, you know, reclaim our communities and like, you know, start up green jobs. So that's kind of why we're coming together, is we know that as a 15-person total program, that we're not going to be able to do it all, and that we know that we're going to need coal jobs for a while, and we know that we're going to need certain things for a while, but we also are pushing to expand these sustainable alternatives ourselves. So in Coal River, or in Fayette, we're starting out doing a lot with the garden and other projects at Sal's, and also having fun. In Coal River, where our next stop is, we're going to be, you know, helping people weatherize their own houses, and helping to install a solar thermal system on some of these houses. In Charleston, we're going to be expanding a bike shop. You know, in all of these cases, it's pretty small impact, but as you know, we grow over the years, and as we grow through time and over the next couple of years, we're going to be able to like help start economies and grow economies in every one of these locations. So that's kind of why we're coming together, is because we know that our state has got a heavy reliance on the industries that are polluting our land, our water, and our homes, and our families. And we know that we're probably going to be in that place for a little bit, but we know that we can be the grass that's growing up in the sidewalk, and that's starting to reclaim that sidewalk, you know, and we know that we can do it. So that's kind of why we're coming together. We're a small program, but we're trying to figure